Later, stick around for the Roje Roundtable. And now, continuing in our Broadway book series, in his new memoir, Tony Roberts asks, "Do you know me? If you don't already, you will now." Jewish actor Tony Roberts asks in his new memoir, "Do you know me? You probably do."
Gee, I can only tell you how it felt this morning when I walked out of my front door and a strange lady said to me as I went by, and she extended her hand and I took it, and she said, "Thank you so much for your performances through the years. I've seen you in so many things." And you know, obviously you say, "Thank you so much. It's very kind of you to say," and you go on your way. And you think, now how many people walk out of their front door in the morning and have a total stranger tell them they've enjoyed them? So I thought, I have a good day ahead of me, and I should be very grateful, and I am.
From Broadway's Barefoot in the Park, Cabaret, and Victor Victoria, to films such as Annie Hall, Play It Again Sam, and Radio Days, Roberts has almost as many credits to his name as years spent in the business. Born in New York to a showbiz family, Roberts grew up watching his cousin, Everett Sloane, star in Orson Welles' pieces, and his father was a radio announcer in the 1940s.
I said, what could be better than growing up and not having to stop pretending?
But Roberts was still unsure about an acting career. Famed acting teacher Lee Strasberg set him on course.
And he was on his chair rocking in front of the ocean, and I said, should I stay in New York? Should I try and get a job as a waiter? What should I do? And he said, no. He said, go to school, go to a college and be in plays. And he said, because if you do that, you'll get your stage legs, which was the title of my book at one point, until people said, what are stage legs? And then I said, okay, that's not going to work. But what he meant was, I think, that you got comfortable being just in front of people, and that was maybe an early step in the progress of losing your inhibitions to an extent.
The memoir is a practical how-to for aspiring actors. In fact, it's when a show closes early that an actor can learn most about their craft, he says.
Instead of getting settled in and enjoying the weekly paycheck and losing your momentum and your learning, be in a lot of things that close quickly and move on. You'll get better.
An early win for Roberts came when his then-fiancée, actress Penny Fuller, replaced Elizabeth Ashley in Neil Simon's Barefoot in the Park, starring Robert Redford. Redford was just about to take a 2-week vacation from the production. Roberts became the understudy to Redford's understudy.
And about 3 weeks later, as I was sitting in the bleachers in Central Park watching a Broadway Show League softball game, the guy I was understudying got up at the plate and hit a single and tried to stretch it into a double. And of course, he broke his ankle. And everybody went running out of the stands except me. And I said, my goodness, that's my big break, which it turned out to be. And unfortunately for this guy, he didn't get to go on for Robert Redford when he was on vacation, and I did.
In his more than 50-year career, Roberts has experienced how Broadway has changed, due in part to the loss of such mega producers as David Merrick.
David Merrick brought a very real element into a room, which was indisputable, because bottom line, it's about money on Broadway, and it always has been.
Give the audience what they want, Roberts believes, and as a patron, what he doesn't like is the use of microphones and noticeable sound amplification.
Nowadays, people speak in television volume, and it's accepted because it's amplified. And I think, oh no, I should have stayed home. I want to hear a voice in the theater, and I want to hear every word that's been written.
But saying those words became a challenge for Roberts during his 2009 Broadway run in Kaufman and Ferber's The Royal Family. It was less than a year after Roberts was hospitalized with a head injury after falling. During the run, he began using an earpiece to avoid the risk of forgetting his lines.
But in my ear, the guy who's running this will suddenly pipe in the first 4 or 5 words of my next line, and I will pick them up immediately. And I'm truer in that moment to human behavior than I would be if I had first conjured the line in my head, no matter even a millisecond, because that's the reverse of human behavior in its greatest truth.
It's a good device, Roberts says, to keep older actors acting. Tony Roberts' memoir, Do You Know Me, is available now in most major book retailers.